Freaking out, man.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What do all men in power want? More power.
And now, broadcasting live on GMN from an undisclosed location in the Arizona desert. Italian by birth, American by choice. Songwriter, poet, freedom activist, Luca Zanna with Love, Guns, and Freedom.
All systems go.
Don't tread on us. We're not afraid. You work for us.
Hi everybody, this is Luca Zanna and you're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom on KTalks 1340 AM and on Guerrilla Media Network. Today we have a very, very important show. As you very well know, the purpose of the show, it is not to entertain, but the purpose of the show is to make us think, first of all, about our rights. Who owns our body? Us or the government? We've been talking about that for several issues. For example, the legalization of a plant that, I don't even smoke. It's called marijuana. But for me, it's very important, the principle, to think that if there is no harm, if there is, first of all, some sort of a will between, let's say, a private agreement between two adults people. I'm talking about the condition everybody is in the legal age to think, to be pretty much responsible for themselves. And there is, of course, a condition that you do not infringe on other people's rights. I think that, let's go straight to the point, legal prostitution should be legal. I mean, prostitution shouldn't be a crime, should not be a crime. Because at the end of the day, is the collective, the group of citizens can pretty much get together and decide that they have the power, the number, to, as a mob, to through the government, to the coercion of the government, to make criminal one private act, because this is going to be in a private world. So today's goal is to start to think about it, why, in my opinion, prostitution should be legalized, and I'm not advocating it. I never said that I say I want to go to somehow to spread this. This is a personal choice, and it's not us as a humans or as citizens to judge other people's personal choices, with the only condition, of course, they do not infringe on other people's rights. Today I have a very incredible guest. It's very an honor because she's not just a regular lady. She's a rock star in this world. And more important, I've been pretty much learning about her the last few days. She's one of the top professionals in the legal prostitution world. Her name is Airforce Amy. Amy, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, Luca. How are you today?
Pretty good, pretty good. I really want to thank you very much. I know you've been everywhere. You can tell me maybe a little bit about you now. I know you've been on different shows, national shows, Howard Stern, and MTV, HBO. I mean, you're really a pro in this business. You're a personality, and it's really humbling for me. We are here at 1340 AM, and of course, all over the world on GMN Network. But the point is, thank you very much for your time. I know you're a very busy lady.
Well, thank you. I'm very impressed by you. Just the name of your show, Guns, Love, and Freedom, and you're standing up for the people, and I am for the underdog.
Perfect.
And I am the underdog.
Okay,
and I fight for our rights.
Very good. Listen, you're better at that because I'm here, I have in front of me an incredible resume and biography. In few words, tell us a little bit about your past, especially when you left the Air Force, because you're a U.S. veteran. People must know that. Go ahead, please, Amy.
Yes. I grew up in Ohio. I was a teenage runaway. I hitchhiked around the country for a couple years and then decided I would get my GED, join the military, and I just went upwards and outwards. I was very successful in the military. I was an anti-terrorism specialist and an air-based ground defense instructor. I took 44 men out in the field for 2 weeks at a time. I taught them how to protect the runway.
Wow.
And then I created a job, anti-terrorism. It was like crime prevention, but terrorism prevention, where we instructed the base, all the base personnel, on how to keep themselves from becoming a terrorist target. This was right before the Marcos Revolution. We had the New People's Army and the NRA and some terrorist organizations themselves operating in our area.
Which
so I did that.
Yes.
And then I got I got transferred stateside. They gave me an extra year. It was called the convenience of the government. Instead of just dropping me off at San Francisco, I could serve another year stateside, which I did at Nellis Air Force Base. And it was really quite boring because I was used to so much action overseas. And there was the Grand Redmond Strength and Reduction Act. I could get out 6 months early. I opted for that. And then I was presented with, well, what could I do now? And, well, I could carry a gun for a living. I could work for the Diplomatic Security Service. I could go work at a prison as a prison guard or become a sheriff, a cop in Las Vegas. And I didn't want to do any of those things. And I heard about some of these brothels, and it was kind of an ultimatum I had given my superiors. I said, well, give me a reenlistment bonus or cross-train me, or I'm just going to go work at the brothels. And they go, oh, no, you can't do that. Don't do that. Well, then give me a reenlistment bonus, cross-train me, and I can send my contract. Even if he won't do it. And so I acted on my own ultimatum. About 3 months before being discharged, I went out to the Chicken Ranch and had an interview. And it was quite funny. The gentleman asked me to take my clothes off. He wanted to see if the owner wanted to see if I had any scars or tattoos. And I said, I can guarantee you I don't have any scars. I have one scar on my right knee and a birthmark on the left forehead. You can see it on my DD 214 separation papers. I'm not going to get naked for you.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So that was
the first couple of years were kind of bumpy. I was pretty, they were a little bumpy, and then throughout the years, I learned to. I just came to love this profession. There's so many different personalities I get to meet, and everything. Every encounter turns out to be happy, fun, and just a person that I'd love to stay in touch with. And it's exciting, and it's a sales job. It's the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and marketing. I love marketing, and I've been lucky to be associated with Dennis Hoff from the Bunny Ranch for the last 15 years, and he's the world's greatest marketer, the world's greatest promoter.
Yes.
And we've worked side by side for so many years.
If I can say something, Amy,
yeah.
I was looking at your website, by the way, that we can give it, the people can go there and check it out. Of course, you need to be over 18. It's airforceamy.com. So you can also see this beautiful lady, that she's not just beautiful, but I believe she's an incredible businesswoman. And as I said, I'm not here to say that endorsing this type of business. I'm looking here as American, that this woman has... First of all, she's the spirit, in my opinion, she represents the spirit of this show. She's for freedom, individual responsibility. With her freedom comes responsibility, of course. And the beautiful thing, she's not for the handout. She could have chosen the way after she retired from the Air Force, to ask for welfare or whatever. She's an incredible businesswoman, and we are talking about here big money, okay? This is not just... and also the way she presents the business. And as I said, we don't need to go there and look at this as our personal opinion. I look at this from a business point of view. For example, testimonials. I was shocked and in a beautiful way by all these incredible testimonials that you have, and the way also the service that you offer, and the way it's customer oriented. I mean, it's almost like you go into the most important place that normally you would like to go, to the restaurant, and you have, it can make the difference the way they treat you, the way also they look at you not just as a customer to get your money, but also to want to come back. And I was very impressed, I must tell you.
Well, I try to be like my cat. I'll put it that way. I love how my cat purrs, and she makes me so happy when she's happy. So I try to be a kitty cat. I purr, and I'll make you happy, and that makes you happy if I'm happy. That's the kind of person I try to be, a happy cat.
Very good, very good. And question, Amy, where is it located? Can we remember to our listeners, where is located the location of the Bunny's Ranch? Which part of Nevada?
Sure, we're located in northern Nevada. You fly into the Reno airport. We're a 25-minute drive from Reno. We are actually in a place called Mound House, which is at 1/2 a mile across the Lyon County line. So we are just across the county line where prostitution is legal. Prostitution is not legal in all the counties in Nevada, contrary to popular belief. The two largest counties that house Las Vegas and Reno, legal prostitution is not legal. And prostitution is only legal in a licensed brothel and only if the lady is licensed to work within that brothel only.
I
The
understand.
brothel I currently work in is the Bunny Ranch, and we are located at 69 Moonlight Road. Now, Dennis Hoff, because we have done so much advertising, we are so customer-oriented that almost all the other brothels in Nevada have failed, and he is buying them all up. So we now currently have 7 brothels.
Wow.
We have 3 brothels in Lyon County. No, 4 brothels in Lyon County. We have the Bunny Ranch, which is situated on one side of the road at 69 Moonlight Road. Then a half mile down the street, what they're calling the Red Light District, we have a conglomerate of 3 different brothels that
Now,
are open.
little bit of
And I work
questions.
at the
I would
Bunny
like to, first of all, as I said, we're going to talk, especially with our legislators in the state of Arizona and people who are running for office. The main question is always this one. Why in the state of Arizona right now it is not contemplated, it is not legal for a woman or even for a man, because it's not just women, to have a private transaction, because this is what comes down to. It's a private contract between 2 or more people out of their free will. There is no coercion, to pretty much exchange a favor, a service. In this case, it's called sex, for money, for compensation. I mean, think about it. If I am a laborman, let's say I'm a carpenter, people hire me for my muscle and for my skills with my hands doing a home or whatever, pounding some wood. Maybe women have different type of skills. And as I said, it's their choice. So right now in this state, it's the government, the state pretty much has declared that you as a person can't not have the freedom to exercise control over your body in this line of business. So I really like to know more about what they're thinking. But meanwhile, let's talk a little bit about you. What is your typical day? I mean, you work, you are free, let's say you are like an independent contractor, correct? You work for yourself.
I am an independent contractor. Most of the girls have to choose a 12-hour shift, any 12 hours within the day that they want to work. A lot of girls come in from out of state or out of town, and they'll stay on property at the Bunny Ranch while they work. They're assigned a room, and usually according to their numbers that they bring in, the nicer the room they get. I, of course, have the nicest room on the property. I don't have to choose a 12-hour shift. I can go in and work any amount of hours that I want. I can work by appointment only. I choose to work a little more than that. I'll go in on the weekends and help guide the new girls or old girls and just be a part of the action. And I could very easily work by appointment only. I live 10 minutes away. And I have tried to retire before, and I just get bored silly.
I know. I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you this. I was reading on Wikipedia that you have a beautiful article about you. That in 2012 you retired, and now it's 2014. I see you back in action. This is pretty much why you were getting bored.
Yeah, that, and I had a spinal surgery. I had spinal stenosis. My vertebrae were crushing my spine. I went through a pretty tough period, and I had a 5-level laminectomy. They went through my back of my neck and fused 5 of my vertebrae with 2 rods and 10 pins. And as a result, it paralyzed my left arm temporarily.
Oh my gosh!
So, but you know what? I was at the gym today. I just kicked out 500 calories on the elliptical, and 2-3 years ago I couldn't lift a broomstick over my head, and today I'm doing skull crushers with 20 pounds. I could never be happier. I'm just the happiest, luckiest girl alive.
Very good, very good. And tell us a little bit about, how the business side works. You go there, you're an independent contractor, you work with the brothel, of course, on the property, and how the money gets split. Let's say, I read, for example, here on Wikipedia that you had an average between $10,000 and $50,000 each month. Is that true? That's pretty much the average what you used to make.
That's true. A bad month
Wow.
I take home 10. Yeah, a bad month I'll take home 10. And, that's my worst day is somebody else's best. My my worst day is always someone else's best. So I take that in consideration with everyone I meet. But my worst months are 10,000 take home, and good months are, and they're 50,000
Wow.
take home. And that's not every month. That's probably 4 months out of the year, 4 or
Yes.
5 months.
I understand. So pretty much you split part of the money with the brothel. That's the service. The offer.
Historically, for the last 60-some years, it's a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
And we split tips. Otherwise, girls would be having $100 parties. We call them parties. Every time we have a rendezvous or a session with the client, we trademark. We canned that and coined the term party. And so every time we party with somebody, what we do is we negotiate what we're going to do
Mm-hmm.
for how much time. We come to an agreement what is fair to each of us for how much time you want to spend, what you want to do, and what you can afford.
Okay.
And then we come to an agreement.
No.
And that could be with a credit card or cash.
Mm.
There's no surcharge for the credit card. And what the girl does then is take the money up to the cashier or the credit card, and they account that money,
Mm-hmm.
and we get paid the following day.
Okay.
50% minus the room and board is $25 a day, and that covers 24-hour meals. It covers laundry. It covers the maid service. It covers maintenance. And I think Dennis makes probably, I think he says 11 cents on the dollar,
Mm-hmm.
considering all the employees
Yes.
and upkeep and the maintenance in the building that he does.
The
So I
cost.
see no problem in the 50-50 split.
Yes.
If you can look at it one way, that 50%, the bottom line goes to protect me.
Yes. It's
And
like a partnership.
all the advertising that he does is a bonus, because a lot of brothels don't do that.
Yes. No, I understand.
And
this.
then 50% goes to protect the customer.
Very
If
good.
you go look for sex from a stranger, a lot of bad things can happen. That won't happen at the Bunny Ranch.
You're right.
There's
You're
no
right.
one there's no one under the bed going to hit you in the head. No one's going to steal your wallet. The police aren't coming to raid the place.
Mm-hmm.
Your name's not going to the paper. Your car's not getting confiscated. All these things. Plus, we're tested for 5 different STDs plus chlamydia once a week. Once a month, they draw blood for syphilis and AIDS, and once a year, they test us for Hep A, B, and C, and we're immunized for Hep A and B.
Wow.
Now, if you were to ever go, we have the health department comes out a couple times a year and gives us an update on from the center of the CDC and what we should be looking for, and just to keep us updated and aware of what the sexually transmitted diseases and the communicable diseases are that are out there. Last year, they told us that if you were to ever decide, go out to eat dinner in a restaurant, ever once in your life, you should be immunized against Hep A and B. But now you see that we're getting told to get immunized for shingles. So we're very on top of the health issues.
Mm-hmm.
At any given time, there are 500 illegal HIV-infected prostitutes working in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, they catch 1,000 HIV-infected prostitutes in
Wow.
Las Vegas.
My gosh.
We have never had a case of HIV in any other Nevada legal brothels.
Exactly. And that's what exactly I was trying to say to some of the politicians that I've been talking with. You know, their first line of response, the first statement says, hey, we need to protect the safety of our residents, or our constituents. And I completely disagree, I said, because let me tell you something. I can go tonight, right now, in any of the average bar here in the area, and I can get diseases for free. Okay, first of all, you're not my mom, you're not my dad. I think I should be responsible. But the point is, legal prostitution is probably one of the most safest place. It's safer than many other form of entertainment that you go there and you think you're doing just your regular flirting thing. And there really at the bar, you can pretty much have more chances to take a disease. That's the bottom line. So the argument that they're trying to make that we cannot allow legalization of prostitution because we are concerned about the diseases, there's no logic there. That's completely wrong.
Yeah, there's no logic. And for you to be making these this aware to your politicians, it's really, really, I don't know if you realize what an impact that has. Your area, Phoenix, is one of the country's highest, has one of the country's highest rates of underage sex trafficking in the country.
Yes.
It's right up there with Las Vegas and right up there with Oakland, California. You're number 2 or number 3. Your numbers are real bad.
Yeah. Nice.
And we have a 65-year-old operation, an institution, a model of legal prostitution that works. It works.
Yes. And as I said, at this point, to come down to a reality, people must admit that this is just something that because they want to impose their moral values on others. And I really believe, even I said, I do not endorse this. I'm not saying this is something I would do, but it is not my right as a human being, as an American. It's not my right to judge others people personal choices, especially when we met the condition that, first of all, there is free will in both parties. There is no coercion, something exactly the opposite of what happens in the market, in the illegal market of prostitution. There are people called pimps, or this sort of very violent situation that people get kidnapped. And think about the mafia movies. I mean, this is real. Okay, here finally we have. Go ahead.
You are 100% right. It is a moral issue. It's a God issue. I'm sorry. I am not an atheist. I am totally 100% spiritual. I don't have a particular religion just because I'm against all of it, But I am very spiritual, and I'm a very good person, and I have a lot of morals myself. But this legal prostitution is completely 100% a moral issue. If I were to go head-to-head with anyone and ask you, well, are you against sex trafficking of underage women? They say yes. Okay. Are you against sex trafficking? Yes. Are you against the spread of STD? Yes. Are you against illegal pimps? Yes. Are you against drugs? Yes. And so, and we would be yes, all the way along the line, because that's what legal prostitution eliminates.
Exactly.
We eliminate the pimp that is using the money to buy drugs and the weapons. We eliminate the sex trafficking, and that I would have to equate to the war on drugs we've been fighting for 50 years and losing.
Yeah.
So you legalize marijuana, and you take out a great deal of the criminal element. You legalize prostitution, and you're going to take out a great deal of the criminal element. We're not going to solve the problem. No, we can't solve it. But we're going to take out, even if it's just a small portion of the crime or a large portion of the crime. And that's bottom line.
And also for me, it's very, very disturbing the fact if there is no harm to anybody. Let's say me and you together, okay? I want to come to your place, and unfortunately, this is not in Nevada, okay? I'm just talking hypothetically, okay? In the state of Arizona, we have free will. We are over 18. It's my business. It's my money, okay? And nobody should tell me what to do with my money, okay? And we're not harming anybody. We're happy about it, okay? We have a deal. We have a contract, even just verbal. Why I should become a criminal? Why you should be put in jail? Why they should raid our place? We are not harming anybody.
You bring up the most fundamental of issues, and that's a First Amendment right and a Second Amendment rights. Those are our rights, and you bring up just the most fundamental of issues, whereas I'm bringing up the more minute and I don't know how to say it, the issues that have been proven. But yeah, that's the fundamental issue. It's my body. It's your body. We're not hurting anyone.
My money.
But I think everyone always thinks, you equate prostitution with the girl in short shorts and the crack pipe in her mouth and a pimp 50 yards away getting ready to beat her and take her money. Is that how it is? Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Can we eliminate all of it? No. But can we do something about it to put a dent in it? Yes, we can legalize prostitution. We have a model here in Nevada that works very well.
Can I ask you something, Amy? First of all, you seem very smart, by the way. No, you are smart. I mean, you're just not a woman with a pretty face. By the way, I really invite everybody to go to the website, lovegunsfreedom.com. I mean, she's a gorgeous lady. And the fact that I'm learning more about her, she's so smart. And also as a businesswoman, so serious and professional. I mean, I'm telling you, she writes back when she says so. I mean, she's like top service. Even just in this media relationship, you can see the personality of the professionalism of an individual. Okay, now it's not always flowers. I mean, I'm sure that you've been doing this all these years because you enjoy it, you like the money, you like the challenge and everything else. But there also, like in every business, there is some down days. Sometimes you miss something. There's always the other side of the coin. If we can share from your humanity, from your human aspect, when you have some dark day, what is something that you miss from this life that you could not have, or something that you would change if you could?
Well, you know what? I get up there every day and I make a grateful list. I write what I'm grateful for and what I'm grateful for what I'm going to get. I learned that from the book The Secret. So you can't be hateful and grateful. I just don't believe there is a bad day as long as you're grateful and appreciative of all the good things. How can you have a bad day? I try not to have a bad day, and if I do have a bad day, I just reflect on all the blessings I have and all the great people that I know and all my blessings. I've been so blessed. I've put myself in some bad situations. I've made the kind of money. I've lived the lifestyle. Look, I'm no saint. I partied like a rock star. I had rock star money, and I partied like a rock star. And I put myself in situations where I was left for dead a couple times. And I've come back, and I found God, and I found a higher power, and I work a program of recovery. And I'm just the most grateful little girl you'll know, and I share that with people. And so it's hard to have a bad day when you're living in the light.
Amy, do you have a boyfriend or some sort of a special connection with somebody, if I can ask you?
I have a lot of boyfriends.
Okay, that's a good question.
I don't have one special boyfriend. I tried it a couple times, and it just didn't work out. I have what they call a bad picker. I didn't know I was codependent. And the two gentlemen that I chose in my life, and I stayed with them about 8 months each, they turned out to be predators and controlling and not very, very nice relationships, very, 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 very bad. So, my clients and my cat give me all the love I need.
Okay.
I really do. I keep in touch with clients that will never be able to afford to see me again. And we have relationships. I have friendships. I call 4 or 5 people a day and email 50 people a day. And I'm in constant contact with so many people that have brought so much joy to my life. One person I'm not sure. I kind of think that I have a soulmate up in heaven, and that God had asked somebody to go down to earth and perform this mission, and I volunteered to come down here.
Wow, interesting.
and be of service, and maybe my soulmate is up in heaven. Maybe he's down here on earth. I don't know, but I can't see doing my job and trying to have one particular relationship at the same time.
It's difficult.
Once I retire, maybe I'll meet the right person and I'll decide I want to get married after a year or two. Nothing is out of the question. Nothing is out of bounds. I'll consider anything and try anything 10 times. But right now, no, I do not have a significant other, except for a few of my clients that are just absolutely my significant other. And we have a deep, deep, deep connection.
And I don't want to sound corny, but I really believe, even, of course, I must be honest, I've never been with a professional lady, never in my life, okay? But I believe that it's a service for humanity. And now I tell you why. It's a social service. I have friends in my past life when I was in Italy, okay, that they were very shy, extremely shy. And they had a hard time to even connect with a girl, okay? Listen, guys, not everybody is, sometimes they're able to deal with girls. Sometimes people have problems. And I remember we were in Italy, and this guy was 22, okay, a friend of mine. And they said, look, I want to have sex. I'm 22. And I said, what do you want from me? I cannot do anything. I'm not a woman, okay? I can't help you. So, and he said, what can we do? I mean, show me some of your girlfriends. But at least if you don't talk to them, they're not going to like you. You need to be a little more normal, okay? Try to grow up. Yes, he has problems, okay? The guy has some, everybody has some personal problems.
Easier said than done, Luca. You're a great personality. Yeah. Now, everyone else, that's really hard for some people.
Yes. And you know what we had to do? And I feel sad about it because, I I wish would be better. The guy finally, he really had to look for a professional, but there are no professional like you in Italy because it's illegal, and he almost got beat up in Rome.
Oh,
And seriously, poor guy. Because I said,
that's,
please,
that's what happens.
yes,
You go
yes.
into a crime breeds crime, and then
You
you
know,
have nowhere to complain
and
either.
I was
Something
trying
bad
to,
happens to you.
yeah, and I was telling him, don't do that. Come on, it's something we can find some other solution. I mean, maybe I can get a girlfriend that can help you out in something, but I couldn't find anybody. I was so sad about it, and for desperation for his birthday by himself. He drove to this a little bit outskirt area of Rome. It's Ostia, okay, just 30 miles from Rome, and it's like a little bush. And I said, and I found out the day after he called me, Luca, come pick me up. They beat me up. I said, what happened to you? And they stole all his money. It was something that I
Yeah.
will never forget. And I was sad because I was thinking, you know what? I really believe that legal prostitution is done with a professionalism. It also is a social service for people like him and many other people. For example, they want to do things that they have in their fantasy that maybe they would never be able to do. For example, I see things that you offer on your site, like family reunion. I call them like husband and wife together, and you and different things normally that you can just dream, but maybe you don't find a woman that would like to have that sort of a relationship, even just for an hour. And I really believe that after all, as I said before, if you do not infringe on other people's rights, one of the founding fathers' goals when they wrote the Declaration of Independence was pursuit of happiness. Okay, you have the right to be happy in every way you think is right for your moral and for your lifestyle, unless, of course, you don't do somebody else damages. So I really believe even in that area, you can have a chance to do things that normally you just maybe have in your fantasies, and they can be true, can become real. By the way, I know that you're not exactly cheap. Okay, you are. No, but let me tell you, I was reading some reviews. I know that you cannot say prices because there are some state laws that people must contact you directly if they want to find out how much cost. And I understand that you have different customization. Every customer is treated differently, depends on what they want. But let's put it this way: she's not a truck; she's a Ferrari. Okay, and you need to.
Well, you know what, Luca? If they were to legalize prostitution across the country in more states, we would have more availability. It would be supply and demand, and the prices would go down.
Yeah, I agree.
Right now, we're the only place that has legal prostitution is safe. You have a system of complaints. We're regulated, and the price is high.
Yes.
And if we were to legalize it throughout the country, the price would go down because it's supply and demand.
You are a free market genius, and I really like you because not only you are a veteran, Second Amendment advocate, First Amendment advocate, businesswoman, professional, and also you understand this concept of free market, something that our government should go to school to you probably. They should learn a couple of things from you, really. And the question, I know that you did another incredible service because I would like to really share this. It's about the military people that I was reading that you were able to convince your the owner of the brothel to offer some sort of free bonuses for active duty military people. Is that right?
A free sex for the military. What was happening at the time, this was quite a few years ago, the troops were coming home from the Desert Storm, and they were getting egged.
Oh my gosh.
Egged. Wow. Instead of from World War II, the big welcome home, it was like Vietnam. It was our troops were getting egged. They were egging the ship. And we were outraged. I was outraged, absolutely outraged. And I had someone to Dennis, and I said, you know what? How about we just offer free sex for the military?
Wow.
So we did. If you could prove that you had served, that you could bring your dog tags, you could bring your DD-214, you could bring pictures, anything that proved that you had served in the military. We had a certain amount of time, 6 months, I believe it was, that you could come in and get it was a starter party, but free sex in the military.
Wow. And anybody try to cheat?
And then we challenged other businesses to do the same. Hey, give them a free ice cream cone. Hey, do some free dry cleaning.
Wow.
Hey, how about some free car service?
Wow. Anybody try to cheat? Did you find anybody who was trying to look like Rambo coming back from the war?
No, that would have
No?
been good.
Okay, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. So listen, and I'm very fascinated. This is for me also an experience to learn because it's something new. I never really had a chance. I heard that somewhere in Nevada prostitution was legal, and for me as a philosophical concept, I always supported that. Even I never had the chance to and the desire to go. I'm a monk. You don't know, but I am a monk with a rifle. Okay, so that's pretty much what I am.
Well, how about I would love to invite you to a free stay at the Bunny Ranch. You don't have to participate, but come see how we are and shoot a live broadcast from the Bunny Ranch.
That would be something that is very exciting, and I would like to say yes, if you're really a treasure, because I would love to. For me, the radio, by the way, I never really wanted to do radio. The owner of the station brought me in exactly 1 year ago. Is the way to amplify the message of freedom, and that's why I believe this is important to show to the rest of the listeners and to the people that normally they like to judge others that we are human beings. We are human beings,
Yeah.
And
It's just a moral issue.
Exactly.
And you know what? We overcome the LGBT and gay marriages. So, I think before I die, Luca, I think I will see it become legalized in more states. I really do.
Mm-hmm. And can I say something? Because something I'm not sure. Okay, you tell me. To be sure that you ladies you're safe from diseases, how does it work? I mean, when the customer has a body fluid, does he have to wear a condom? How does it work? This I don't know. I mean, how do you know that?
The rules, the Nevada law is
Yeah.
that condoms are mandatory with all activities,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no exchange of bodily fluids.
Okay.
And and the girls, we do a preliminary visual test on the client. We look for open sores, genital herpes, genital warts.
Wow.
We do what's called the tack check. We pull up a little pre-ejaculation, and if it's clear, not milky or cloudy, you're generally safe.
Wow.
And
wow.
my rule, and we have a book that we're given from the health department that shows the girls' pictures, and we're well read on all communicable and sexually transmitted diseases, and we look for these things. And if a girl thinks that she sees something she's not too familiar with, we bring in another girl, someone like me, and looks and says, "Oh, that's just a skin tag. Don't worry about it."
Okay.
If we see something and we really don't like, we'll you know what, sir? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I'm not a nurse. But this looks like something you might want to see your physician about.
Wow, interesting. I didn't know that. That's very good. And by the way, also, I'm sure, I don't want to say I'm sure, but I ask you, the fact that you have a safe environment, there is also some safety, security there, because I'm sure all the customers, they want to behave, they come there with a good attitude, but sometimes you never had any type of problems in all your years of career, like somebody getting drunk and doesn't want to pay the bill, or you have to call security? That never happened?
It's an actual phenomena that we do not have any trouble.
Wow.
Now, when the Mustang Ranch operated, it had security, and they had trouble all the time.
Wow.
We have no security, and we have no trouble.
Well,
We have panic buttons in our room that they are not a joke. They go directly to the Lyon County Sheriff's Office.
Wow.
If a girl hits that button, the sirens go off.
Wow.
And you got 50 girls running to that room with a bunch of high heels. Okay.
There's no forget. We have here Airforce Amy, that she's a veteran and she knows how to kick ass. Okay, so watch it.
This happened. You know what? This happened the other night. I'm with the client. We heard a little scuffle out the bar. That's like the first time this year we've heard anything. He said, "Oh, is something bad going on?" I said, "No, they'd come get me if there was."
Oh my gosh. Listen, this is so exciting, and I learned so many things from you. I really think that you represent the spirit of the show, because, as I said, I'm here to bring back what I grew up in Italy. Okay, I always look America from the eyes of a young man. I left Italy when I was 28, and I wanted to become an American since I was 14. And I realized when I came here, things have changed. We're living like now pretty much in a new world. It's a global government. We have all these new different laws, and the Patriot Act and National Defense Authorization Act. Doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, they're all pretty much destroying our rights. But the idea that still in the world, there is a place like the Bunny Ranch with women like yourself, that you can still have freedom to do what you want to do with your body, and decide pretty much how to live your life. I think is exciting. And I hope our legislators in Arizona can look at this without anymore being pushed by the churches or other organizations, because it's not the government role, not the government's role to legislate on morality. And I'm not, I believe in Christ. But I'm not here to preach. All I know that I read, and I'm not even an expert in the New Testament. Jesus said, first of all, if you are without sin, throw a rock at me or something like that. Okay, so nobody's without sin. We're all sinners. Don't start to judge others, and don't, before you start to look at other people's problems, remove the log out of your eye. So come on, guys, stop it. Seriously, because we must look at this right now from also a safety point of view for the women or the men. They decide to do this regardless you want or not. It's their choice, it's their body. Amy, I want to ask you one more thing, then I'll let you go. First of all, if people want to reach you, what is the way? Do you have a website, or there is any other way we can...
The best way is to go to my website, airforceamy.com. You can click a quick contact form, or you can contact me and write a long essay of what's going on. I have a folder in my inbox that's just Ask Amy. It has nothing to do with making appointments.
Wow.
It's just an Ask Amy, and just contact me. I'm here to help. It's just hit my website, airforceamy.com, and I immediately reply.
And last thing about
me.
Little bit about guns. Now we talk a little bit mostly about your profession, everything else. Since you're a veteran and you had to qualify, what was your rifle that you used for your qualification? What rifle did you shoot with?
Oh dear. Okay, I was an expert on M16, 81 Mike, 50 cal,
Wow.
M203, a 9mm, a 38, and I think that's an AR-15.
Yes,
I personally keep a Mossberg in my house.
Very good. This is exactly. This is I would like to name you. I'm gonna be the judge and jury at the same time. Okay. The free spirit, the spirit of love, guns, and freedom. Okay. You represent first of all love. That's your art. Okay. You're the professional in that. Then you represent the sense of freedom. Okay, you really are showing that you are in control of your body and you make your life. And also you are for the free market. You are for not waiting for the government to hand you out a check. You are there and you made it from scratch, and you work from the bottom. Now, the next thing he also is about guns. This woman, she's not just a regular lady, she's a veteran. We should give her some respect for that. And also she knows how to use guns. So yes, your name, number one. I would like to put a photo of you, if you allow me, on my front page, because so all the false moralistic preachers, they're going to get really mad, and I like that, okay? And I would like to put a photo.
Let me send you a picture that's a little morally acceptable.
No.
To the one that I sent you.
No. What I'll do, you do whatever you want, but I right now, by the way, I got reported on Facebook just because... yes, I post on my Facebook page your Air Force Amy Wikipedia that I think is a very honorable photo. It's really nice. You just with a nice... you can see Victoria's Secret advertisement much more revealing than this one, okay? So, very polite photo. And somebody that didn't like it tried to give me a sermon, by the way, on my Facebook page. I had to remove him and block him. But before I block him, think about this audacity of this arrogant prick, okay?
I just got deactivated on Twitter, so
really. I'm posting something.
It is what it is.
I'm posting something on my Facebook page, okay, with a photo of you that comes directly from Wikipedia, as announcing you as also a very important topic. Yeah, and so it's not even like I post the other photo. I post the photo from Wikipedia, and somebody didn't like it, reported my post. Okay, think about
That's crazy.
It is crazy. That's why I really believe
I'm fully clothed in that one. I have gloves on, and it's
I know. That's why I want to do more, and I believe this is important. That we are not shy to talk about this topic in a reasonable way, like we were talking about anything else. That's the problem. People that have been shy and too much taboo for too many years. This is not. We are not living in Iran under the Ayatollah or under the Taliban. We're supposed to be in America. Pretty much the concept. We are here to respect other people's rights. That's why this is not prostitution that happens on the street under your home. This is in a legal place, safe place, and private place. And it's none of our business what happens between those walls among these people. Can I give you a hug, a virtual hug?
Yes, I love you. I love you with all my heart.
And I love you with all my heart, too.
I stand for.
I want to thank you,
Yes.
and I would like to dedicate a song for you that is going to be a love song to you and all the ladies at the Bunny's Ranch. And
Oh, I have goosebumps. Oh,
okay, and I will send you a CD if you allow me to. I will send you one of my CDs. I write songs. That's what I do for me for a living, among other things. And I will send you a couple of my CDs that you can play with your friends there, and hopefully you'll think about me. Okay.
I will. You spoon me. I'm in love with you already.
There we
Thank
go.
you so much, Luca.
Thank you. We've been talking
Thank
with
you.
Luca Zanna on Love, Guns, and Freedom with a special, incredible guest, Airforce Amy.
I walk alone in the night. So many things I wanna try. You come to me with your smile. I can't resist you tonight. Temptation, a new sensation. I wanna try with you tonight. Temptation, a new sensation. I wanna try with you tonight. Another lie, another smile. Just let it go, just let it